In today's Tech Talk, breaking down online fitness options, a crash course in Zoom etiquette, and other video chat app options for this new era. Today I'm joined by our tech expert, Jessica Naziri. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, how are you? All things
Hanging in
considered.
there like everyone else. I'm seeing you post, and I do too on Instagram, about ways to work out. Since gyms are closed, what are people able to do from home?
Listen, for those of us like myself who love the gym, the coronavirus pandemic has really created a bit of separation anxiety. So, these gym companies are really, really smart and they're using technology and bringing communities together. So, something that I really enjoy is, once a few weeks ago, these really pricey classes are now free, which, unfortunately really is not good for them. But for us, we're getting an opportunity to see what we like. And hopefully, after this is all over, we get to go to those classes. So let's get straight into it. Another one that I really love is the Shock app. So this is geared for women. We have different wants and desires when it comes to working out. And so what I particularly like about this one is that you actually can modify your workouts if you don't have a piece of equipment at home or if you want a modified version. So you can change your program and it guides you step by step. You're actually watching the videos through the Shock app with the female actually leading you through the classes. Additionally, I got my husband on this Pop Sugar Fitness. They have dozens of high intensity workout videos ranging from cardio to dance to toning workouts from 5 minutes to 35 minutes long. And I watch it on YouTube on my actual TV. And then lastly, a cult favorite is Sculpt Society, and their claim to fame is the Victoria's Secret models always use that app to stay in shape, and that's about $19.99 per month. And right now they're offering a 14-day free trial.
Wow. Yeah, one of the things I've definitely realized is I didn't need to be spending as much money as I was to be able to work out. And so I think even after this, I will kind of change the way I do it because I have started to work out at home and I never thought that that was something that I could do. So thank you so much for sharing all of those with us.
Yeah.
I knew that there was all that going on. So another thing that's become really popular in this era is Zoom. I mean, this has to be some of the best time for Zoom. So let's talk about etiquette in terms of the best way to use it.
You're right. Millions of Americans are now using Zoom, and it's a company that many people have not heard of before. Something I will note with this popularity, there has been video conference invaders. So people are what is now called Zoom bombing on these conference calls and posting racist and offensive material, gaining access to other people's chats. So to prevent from all this, chaos from happening, it's really, really important to create a password and only share it with the people who you want in your meeting. So only the participants. Make sure you don't post it publicly or share it on, Facebook or Twitter. This has happened before. Another thing that I really recommend is enabling the waiting room feature. So this requires anyone who's a guest to wait for approval before actually joining in on the call. Very important. Something that I also recommend, turn off your microphone. Turn off your camera if you don't need it on. There was actually a video going around viral. This woman was on Zoom for the first time ever, and she had no idea her microphone was on or that her camera was on, and she was in the bathroom with her colleagues, and literally in the bathroom, and everyone saw everything. So we definitely don't want that to happen. With technology in the beginning, people are getting used to it. So something that I do recommend, maybe you have a baby at home, maybe you didn't get a chance to clean out your closet and you're working, doing the Zoom in your closet. If you have a messy backdrop, something that I do recommend is using the virtual filters and backgrounds. So you can pretend like you have a bookshelf in back of you and you can customize it. So that's something that is really, really, handy as well.
That's so funny. Yeah, that whole the feature that makes you ask for permission to get in, that's really useful. The other day I was using it and I was going to use it with two separate people, two separate times, but the second person sort of dropped in. And not that it was a big deal, but I thought in another situation it might be. So thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yes.
So is it just Zoom or are there some other video chat apps that can connect people?
There are so many out there. So that's really great that you asked because, Zoom is actually facing a little bit of heat right now with privacy privacy. What had happened is a lot of consumer advocates have criticized Zoom for issues, like I said, the photo Zoom bombing, but also saying that it's not encrypted. So people are stealing data. Supposedly they've sold data to Facebook. So I know that they're really prioritizing security and privacy in the next 90 days. So if you decide not to use Zoom, there are a slew of other apps out there so that you feel distant but social at the same time. So for big groups, I really recommend Skype, and this is on Android, on iOS, on Mac, on Windows, and it supports up to 50 people at the same time. So if you have a big group, that's really great. I know tonight's Passover, a lot of people are having their seders at home, so this is one option to be together and feel together. Also, there's Google Duo and Google Hangouts, and I'm sure you've heard of Google Hangouts before. This is Google's big free app for video and video calls, and it's really great because if you have a Google account already, it's very easy to make. And then also another really great one for teams is for big groups is Microsoft Teams. A lot of companies are starting to use this instead of Zoom. And what's great is you can actually work together and bring in your Office apps like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So it's all in the hub together.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have to believe that all of these things will really change the way we do things after this. Because if you can video chat with people and it's the same, you're seeing their face. I mean, we do all of our conference calls via Zoom. It almost seems like why would we do it any differently even when things got back to normal? It just seems more efficient. Jessica, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Be safe out there.